Hi guys, welcome. It's been a minute since I've done a long form video. I've been mostly doing shorts because I'm kind of sick of editing. So this is going to be unedited and short form. But today I'm going to show you what I'm using currently for my broom recipe. And then afterwards, after we mix up just a little bit, I'm not mixing up a lot. After we do that, I'm going to show you a quick little demo for how it works. All right, so first thing that's going into my cup, I'm going to try to measure this for you guys. I'm horrible as far as measuring goes, but we're going to start off with a untinted, is this my untinted base? Yes. So this is my untinted semi-gloss base that I'm going to be using today. And I've done a couple of tutorials where I explain that I will pretty much use any untinted base 3 or 4, and I haven't had any issues with it personally. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this as my measurement. So we're going to do 3 parts. 3 parts of that. It looks like there's some gunky stuff in there. We'll get it out later. So we're going in with 3 parts of the untinted base. All right, that's that. I want to try to make sure I'm keeping everything in frame here for you guys. All right, and that I don't get too messy because I don't have any wipes. Okay, so that's that. The untinted base. This is the one I'm using today. Glitton Diamond. All right. Next up, this is something that I picked up to experiment with, and I don't use it all the time, but I really do like it. So it's a Minwax Polyacrylic Max. I'm going to use 1 part of that as well. And honestly, I'm missing a label on this, but this is a Varathane triple thick. And it's not necessary, but I've been using it for so long. I'm just going to put a half part in there for good luck, just to make me feel a little better. Just to make me feel a little better. So yeah, so we'll go in with a half part, give or take. Looks like it's more like a whole part, guys. So that's what it is today. This is definitely not an exact science, so that's the reason I don't measure most of the time. But yeah, so that is it for our bloom recipe. I'm gonna mix this up. Let's not make a mess before it's time to make a mess. I'm gonna mix this up, and I'm gonna keep this simple. I'm only using 5 colors. I've been known to go crazy with the colors, but today I'll be using 5 colors. Make sure you know, give this a really good mix. Since you have layers, I usually, flip it, stir it up real good. That's that. All right. And you know what? I think I might add a 6th color. I'll figure out what that's going to be because since I'm doing this demo today, I want to show you how I do pigments as well. I don't use pigments often. I don't like mixing them up, actually. Sometimes they can be a little grainy. And okay, so we're gonna put our pour medium in our cups for our 5 colors that I've already chosen. I'll show you those in just a second. First up, and I can't see you guys, so I tried to look at these beforehand. I really can't see. This is Folk Art Dragon Flash. It's gonna be primarily greens today. Looking forward to spring. Okay. And did I measure that? No. Um, I would say if you want to know how much paint to add, mm, I would say put in about 1 part paint to 3 parts pouring medium. It's a little warm in here today. Okay, so that's the Dragon Flash, and this is yellowish green from Amsterdam. A little bit of that. And we're gonna go with a fluid paint. This is can't see it, it's all messy. This is golden nickel azo yellow. I love the contrast of that. And you don't need too much of that. It's very pigmented. Um I love seeing the contrast of that under dark colors. My colors today aren't gonna be super dark. This is Viridian. Yeah, Viridian. My creative inspirations. And the last color, actually, for this one, I'm going to add a little golden, iridescent gold to that. It's not open. Yeah, let's do a little iridescent gold to that. Why not? Just a little bit. Okay, and for our final color, I am using Pebeo iridescent green blue. So we have all greens pretty much except for this, which should give us a really pretty contrast. I'm gonna add to this some Prussian blue as well. It's transparent. It should just darken it up just a little bit. Okay. So what I normally do is I mix everything up, check the consistencies, and whichever one is the thinnest, which is going to be the fluid paint, that's what I use as my guide. You know, this is looking pretty good here as far as the consistency that I like to use. Can you see it? All right. So, of course, let me mix up the other fluid one. With the tube paints, I'm gonna have a slightly thicker consistency, and what I normally do is just add a little water, and that's it. I have used the Josiah gloss before. I've used multiple things before, but I find that water is the cheapest and it works just fine. So we'll get these mixed up. And let's see what we get here. Oh, so this is what the Prussian blue and what did I mix that with? And the blue, the green blue, Pebeo green blue iridescent. This is what that's looking like. It's kind of like a dark teal, which is fine. So, as I said, well, I'll be adding a tiny bit of water to the two paints to get them to the same consistency as my more fluid paints over here. Da -da -da -da. You can use the bottle cap, or if you have droppers or whatever you want, to make sure that you can add a little water at a time. But if you ever, that's looking nice. Let's compare these two. Yeah, that's perfect. But yeah, if you do ever add too much water, just pour it out, just like that. And let me put some back in there, because accidents happen, especially when you're moving fast, like I do most of the time. All right. It's so okay. We're ready. Looking nice. And I'm gonna be using Amsterdam graphite for my cell activator today. That's one of my favorites. I like that, and Payne's great. Uh, we need a little bit more. That's super thick. Uh-huh. And now I'm gonna grab a pigment real quick so I can just show you how I mix that up. And let me see, what color pigment should I get? I want to kind of stay in the same family, so let me see what I have real quick. Just a minute. Okay. Um, I decided to go with peach Bellini because that should complement the greens nicely. Um, so we're gonna be very careful. Go very slow. We're gonna add a nice scoop of pigment here. I have about that much in my cup. That's all I'm gonna be using. And to that, I'm gonna use this acrylic binder to wet the pigments. You can see that. Oh, and that's not open either. I swear I got one open somewhere. Like I said, I don't use pigments. Oh, it's open. It's just gunky. Yeah, it's been a minute. And plus, I also use Liquitex gloss pouring medium. I'll use that too as a to wet my pigments with. Let me see. I hope it's nothing in here that's gonna. Okay. So this has a instead of a liquidy consistency, it has more of a creamy consistency. I don't know if you can see this, so it'll help keep all the consistencies alike. But yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna stir very slowly and get it incorporated. And it's like a paste. So I'm gonna stir this up really well because, like I said, I don't use pigments a lot because I get grainy results from not stirring so well. So I'm just gonna take a minute and stir this up really, really, really well. Get all the little crevices that's around the bottom of the cup. Just get it all out of there. Just stir, scrape, stir. Really smashing it against the sides of the cup. And to this cup, which looks like it has nothing in, I'm gonna add a tiny bit of the pouring medium and bring this all together. That's it. Okay. And there's the peach Bellini. And honestly, it is actually a little bit thicker than I want, but I'm not going to add any water to this. Um, what I'll do is add a little bit more of this binder medium, a little bit more. Stir it up, and then it should be fine. It's still a little thick, so I will add a drop of water, just a tiny, tiny bit. But I guess in the future, if you're working with paints with different consistencies, this would be something good to add instead of like a gel gloss medium. You can just use acrylic binder medium. Uh, all right, let me check. And checking consistency is something that you have to do consistently because these paints, when they sit, they will get a little bit thicker. Um, but everything's looking good right now, and yeah, we're good. So I am going to put on some music because that's what I do when I paint. I'm gonna listen to a little music, and I'm gonna put on some music for you guys, and yeah, I will edit a little bit. I'll edit a song in something nice and relaxing. Y'all see how that peach Bellini keeps giving me problems? I mean, even if I started stirring it up, it was gunky. And as I put it down in this bloom, it was gunky. I don't know if that had to do with the wetting medium that I used or the actual
pigment itself, but my God, pigments gives me problems. Okay, back to the music.
Pausing the music. I forgot to mix up the cell activator. And what I'm gonna do, this is Amsterdam graphite. So I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna mix something in it. So that's what I do. What am I gonna mix with it? So we got graphite, and I'm gonna go with something complicated. I think I'm gonna use, yeah, Prussian blue, graphite and Prussian blue, and yeah, that's it. So there's that.